Welcome to Small Arms Solutions. Today we're looking at a gun with a specific purpose, the Core15 truck gun. With the advent of pistols such as this, and hopefully we'll still have them after President Biden gets done with us, but this is designed to be placed into a vehicle as a defense gun, whether it be in the back of a trunk or whether it be in a tire slot in a trunk or whatever. But basically to be able to pull out a rifle caliber pistol to be used for a self-defense condition. And this is small. This is designed just for that. This is chambered in 300 blackout. 300 blackout is an excellent caliber, especially in the short barrels, the way the propellants are developed. Also, the fact this can be used as suppressed as well. It's a very, very versatile gun. You got your SBA 3 tactical pistol brace on here, 6 positions. But you have an overall length here of 23 inches with it closed and 26 inches when this is fully extended. So it's small and it's compact. And as I said, it's designed specifically for a purpose. So I think we're just going to jump right into it and see what we got here. Again, SBA 3 tactical brace, 6 position receiver extension. You have the Ergo grip, pistol grip, a standard mil-spec trigger. This one was just about 7 pounds it broke at. You have a standard safety 7075 T6 aircraft aluminum upper and lower receivers. These are basically mil-spec type upper and lower receivers, forward assist, cartridge case deflector. You even have your nice little 300 blackout injection port on here so you know what ammunition you got to use. Lower receiver is standard, except as you will see, we do have a nice gripping groove on the front here, A2. As I said, the trigger is a standard mil-spec. You have your basic ping-pong paddle bolt catch and standard magazine release. A nitride bolt carrier. As I said, it does have a couple of forward assist notches on it as well. You have a V2 charging handle on here, which the V2 charging handle gives you an extended grip on here. So it's a lot easier to get with just your side of your hand here. And of course, it's a standard charging handle, so you can place anything on that you so choose. You have a 7-inch handguard. Free float with M-lock on here. As you can see, we have our Manta rail protectors on here. We do have a code for Manta that has just been changed. It's BAR20. It gives you 20% off of everything that they have on their webpage. These are the specific ones for the M-lock. This is definitely necessary on here because this handguard does heat up relatively quickly. You have a 7.5-inch nitride barrel, and you have a pistol-length gas system on here. The pistol-length gas system is specifically due to the 300 blackout to its dynamics. I've added Troy backup sights on here as well. So as I said, overall weight, you're looking at 5 pounds, 7 ounces. Very small, very compact, very light, very short. Now, so one of the things that I did add on here was optics. Now, to go here, there's an ideal optic that's put up by EOTech. It's a 300 blackout. It's called the HWS XPS 2-300, where you have dual reticles on here that enables you to fire point of aim, point of impact with both subsonic and supersonic with the same reticle. 9 ounces, it's water resistant, 20 settings, it's CR123 battery with a 1,000-hour life. We also have a 3-power magnifier on here on a Swan side mount, where it enables you to disengage. Now, the way I had the sight set up on here, if you disengage the magnifier, you engage the backup sights. If your optic was to go out, you have co-witness through the optic, which is a good benefit, especially when you have a self-defense gun. That's one of the risks you always have when you're looking at batteries, is if those batteries go out in an inopportune moment. You want to be able to be sure that you can get right back into the fight quickly. And by having co-witnessing on here, it's easy. Now, some people say you want to put a quick detach mount on your optic. Some mounts aren't. Some optics don't have that ability. I have yet to see a decent quick detach mount for an EOTech. So this gives you a big benefit. Now, I want to talk a little about magazines too, because as you may know, 300 blackout does enable you to use a standard AR type magazine. Well, there are some specific magazines out there now that are designed specifically for 300 blackout. And I have 3 of them, which are the ones I used here for testing. You have the Lancer, you have the Magpul PMag, and you have a D&H Tactical. Now, the big difference between these magazines versus regular AR magazines is the way that the springs are. Because you're using the heavier 220 grain projectiles for the subsonic, you get that front heavy. And the whole purpose of these followers and the springs is to lift up the front of the heavier projectile so it doesn't cause you to have any failures to feed. That's really the main difference. When you're using supersonic ammunition with the 123 grain bullet, it really doesn't make that much of a difference. But when you're using the subsonic ammunition, it does make a difference. So I definitely would recommend, if you're using them for self-defense and you're using subsonic ammunition, it would be a good idea to go with one of these magazines. For as far as quality is concerned, all of them are just as good as the next. Obviously the Lancer and the magpolar polymer. If you want translucent, obviously you go with the Lancer. And if you're somebody who likes aluminum, you have D&H Tactical. I've been using these magazines for a few years now, and I've never had any issues with any kind of malfunctions with any kind of ammunition I've placed in them at all. So we'll talk a little about ammunition here too. I use 3 different types of ammunition. Black Hills 125 grain OTM. We used a SIG 125 grain OTM and Hornady 125 grain full metal jacket. I didn't really bother doing too much with the subsonic because I didn't use a suppressor on here. If I was to go with a suppressor on here, I probably would definitely go with a subsonic like the Hornady's new Sub X subsonic. Some of the OTMs, there's a lot of good options out there in subsonic. But obviously, with a gun like this, you're not going to want to leave a suppressor in your trunk. So I chose to go with the supersonic ammunition. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the range and we're going to see how this one shoots. Now we had no reliability issues whatsoever. This fired everything that I put into it. The best group that I got was 0.95 inches at 50 yards, and that was with the Black Hills 125 grain OTM. The other ones were not far off. This gun shot very, very good at 50 yards. That's pretty much where I kept it. I'm sure this thing would do 100 yards with no problem, but considering this is a pistol and it's designed for self-defense, I kept it up a lot closer. And all these rounds that I tested were more than suitable. But for a self-defense gun, 300 blackout, lightweight, short, compact, and you want to buy one, right out of the box to be able to use it, this is an excellent option. I've done a lot with Core15 over the years. I've had a relationship with a company. I've done armors and operators manuals for them. I've had a chance to take a close look at their 5.56, their 7.62, and their 300 blackout lines. And I've been very, very impressed with the manufacturing. They manufacture a lot of parts in-house, which is another benefit over most companies. When you manufacture those parts in-house, it gives you the ability to control a lot of the major components, which is aiding your reliability and your dependability. And I definitely will say Core15 does have that. For as far as accessories is concerned, again, you have M-LOK handguard. You can put the tactical lights on here. Obviously, you do being a pistol, you can't put any vertical pistol grips on here. But this is a gun you could easily SBR as well if you want it also. But obviously, if you SBR it, that's probably not something you're going to want to leave in a vehicle. I definitely would not recommend you leaving anything in a vehicle if you don't have to, if you're not there, because of the potential of things getting stolen. I certainly would recommend you, if you do carry a gun in your car, don't be advertising. I mean, you don't have gun manufacturer stickers all over, NRA stickers all over your car, because you don't want to have a car stand out and say, this has potentially got guns in it. So it's certainly a better idea if you do carry a gun in a vehicle, do not advertise that, you own guns. So that's just basically common sense. But overall, I'm very pleased with Core15's products as a whole. Everything I've tested from them that I've liked. Having the opportunity to do an armor's manual through them, for them, I've been able to go through all of their guns and take them all apart and look at all the individual components. And it's very impressive. It's a good company, excellent customer service. And you could probably get these in 5.56 if you wanted. They make 9mm now. There's a lot of options now with Core15. So I do hope you all enjoy this video. If you do, please click like, please subscribe, and even better, share. Thank you.